club's best start to an AFL season since 2012. I know we wanted more, but it's been a solid start, hasn't it?
Yeah, we're not out to break any records. We're just out to try and do well every day in training and improve. As a group, we're still a very new group, but the players have attacked or are attacking all the challenges that we're putting in front of them. We're still asking them for more. We're still demanding more off ourselves all the time. We want to improve. And there's definitely areas of the game that we know that we must get better at. But the important thing is that, from my point of view as the manager, that the players are buying into that, and yeah, that they want to attack improvement all the time, which is great. So that's all we're doing all the time, is just bit by bit trying to get better in all the parts of the game that we want to get better as individuals and as better as units. So it's a good place at the minute. It's very good.
And what's pleased you most about the start so far?
Probably just the attitude of the players, really. I mean, we've only got small numbers in terms of what I mean, ready-made first team players that are used to playing at the Football League level. We've got a lot of promising young players, but in terms of first team players, the players have attacked everyone we've wanted. They've allowed us to rotate, which has been really important because of the numbers that we have and of the ability levels and the experience levels. It's important to try and keep everybody involved when I can, but when I've brought somebody out and put somebody on, they've continued to do the good work. Or when I brought somebody off the bench, they've continued to do the work as well. So it's been great for the whole dressing room that we've had an all-inclusive involvement, if you like, in what the areas of the pitch that we're able to do. And also we've been able to change systems game to game or during the game, or just be subtle changes during the games that have been very pleasing for me as a manager to know that I've got a group that can do that.
And you have brought a fair few players in, so it does take time to fully gel, doesn't it? So, but have you seen improvements as the season's been going on in training and in the games themselves as well? Yeah,
because we've been gone now since pre-season and we're getting better all the time. We would never say that we're the finished article. I don't think that you can do that in football. You've always got to want to try and get better. So even if people were saying, well, we look good, we would want to get better anyway. So no, we just keep growing and keep improving and keep that appetite and that ambition to want to get better in every position and as a team. And hopefully if we keep hitting the performance levels in all parts of the game, then it'll give us a good chance of winning games.
And you've kept 3 clean sheets so far. Do you think from a psychological point of view, it's an advantage to yourselves because it puts a seed of doubt into the opponents, thinking, oh, it's going to be a hard afternoon here trying to get past the Tranmere defence?
Well, I hope so, but I think we don't really think too much about what other people think about as we take care of our own business and try to make sure that we do all areas of defending or attacking well. We don't just concentrate on the defensive side, try and get the balance right. We have been creating chances. That's pleasing for us, but now we have to find a way of putting the chances away. The chances that we've created have been at really important times in the games, and I believe if we'd have taken them, we would have given ourselves a great chance of winning. But on the flip side of that, the goalkeepers made some great saves and all for us at important times, are great blocks that we've got in. So you take out of the game what you deserve. So we deserve to get clean sheets, but we need to do more and try and score some goals.
I was just about to mention Joe Murphy. He's 40 on Saturday, isn't he? He's got a man of the match against Swindon. You know, he's probably still young for a keeper, isn't he, at 40? But what does that tell you about how good a professional he is?
Oh, I've known Joe since he was an apprentice. In fact, he was my apprentice when I was playing, which makes me feel great to know that he's 40 on Saturday. And he used to clean my boots and things and look after me as a pro. So, but no, he's a terrific professional. I think, he got man of the match on the game on Tuesday, but I'm always a wee bit wary of people thinking that my goalkeeper was that active. Their goalkeepers made some brilliant saves on Tuesday as well, but Joe certainly did what he's very capable of doing, and that was making important saves at important times. But there was a lot of other good performances on the evening as well. But old Joe is certainly doing very well for us at the minute.
And how important is his experience, you know, as he looks after himself, you know, for the younger lads? You've got like Peter Clark there, who's 39 as well. How important are those players for these younger players as well coming through?
Well, I've got 3 centre halves that are over 100. So that's incredible for testament to their professionalism. But the three of them add up to over 100. So I've got a 40-year-old goalkeeper. So that just shows you how good a pros they are. But it's not just about the age and the experience, the level of performance that they put in for us all the time, and the attitudes, their desire. They're still very ambitious to want to keep winning games and keep playing. Is infectious for me to work with. And I really enjoy having them here.
And you've scored 1 goal in the league so far. You've got more goals to come. But what needs to be done to start scoring those goals? Is there something you've seen? Is it need more creating chances, or just being clinical, that kind of thing?
Well, creating chances, there's no doubt about that, and creating good chances. I would be more worried if I wasn't creating chances. What we've just got to do is just take them. Listen, if anybody remembers Tranmere, the period that I think that we came out of, I can't remember if it was coming out of the National League or League Two. We had Norburn and Cook and all these guys up front, and the same thing was happening. We were creating loads and loads of chances, but weren't taking them. And then they all caught fire, and we was just scoring for fun. Then it just takes that wee thing to try and score that goal. But it reminds me a lot of what it's like at the minute of creating the chances, because we've had it before when the guys were Norwood and the guys were playing for us, Cookie, and as long as you're creating the chances, as long as you know that we're trying to do the right things, listen, the goals will come.
And you got Newport on Saturday. They lost in the playoff final last season. Do you think they're going to be there or thereabouts again at the end of this campaign?
Well, they're a very experienced team. They've done playoffs now year after year, so they have a management staff and a playing staff that know what it takes over a 46-game season in order to try and get yourself into the playoffs. They're very experienced at it. So yeah, they'll know what it takes to try and get that. So we know that the challenge is there for us, but we have a very experienced football club that does that, and all year in, year out makes the playoffs. So we'll use our experience in order to try and do that as well.
And you're coming up against Kevin Ellison, who's 42. He's had a great career as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, listen, it's a game for the golden oldies, so it's testament to their fitness that they're still playing with it, keeping that mentality and that desire to want to keep training every day and keep the fitness levels high in order to keep competing. So great credit to them all.
And talking about fitness, what's your squad looking like ahead of Saturday?
Yeah, we're all right because we get Mary back now after his really unfair suspension. He should never have been suspended for the tackle, in my opinion, but he's back now. We have Callum McDonald, who's back training now, but he's not fully fit, but he's back in and among it and moving on. And then apart from that, we will have pretty much 14, 15 outfield players available for selection. Experienced ones, and the young ones will keep getting that valuable experience and coming in and among it as well.
Just an update on Scott Davis. What's his timescale of returning?
He's still quite some way off, so I don't like putting timescales on it because it's not fair. But he's every day getting closer, but he's still some way off from going back to the group. But he is improving all the time.
And as the captain, is he still around the team as well? You know, urging people on and giving them talks and stuff like that, and what have you?
Yeah, all the time. He's certainly somebody who knows the demands and the standards that he's played in teams that have set their standards and worked in the demands of playing for Tranmere. So he is pretty much mostly at all the games that he can get to. He's always in the dressing room. He's always around, and he's always driving things on again. He's a great teammate and a good person to have around the football club.
I know some managers always say they never have enough, but are you still hoping to do some business in the transfer market before the window closes? I
would hope so, because we ain't big in numbers. We really aren't. I said about the young players, it's great to give them experience, but I think over 46 games in all the cup competition, I know we're out of one now, but we've still got 2 to play. We're going to have to draw on the squad quite heavily because, as we know, the amount of games that we have to play. So we are actively trying to get some players over the line. I think it's important that we try and do that to add to the quality of the group and competition and places. And also, like I said, we have got some players who are brilliantly brilliant that we have them here for their experience and things, but there is going to be times that we may have to pull them out and put somebody else in to make sure that we keep them fit and available for all or most of the season.
Have you got any specific areas you're looking at, or is it just a whole kind of squad?
I think it would be fair to say a wee bit of covering for the centre backs and maybe at full back areas. Wide areas, we certainly need some competition, and we certainly need some more competition up front. So in the areas we'll be looking to try and to gain some personnel.
And just one final one, you've been playing in front of fans since the start of the season. How good has it been to have the fans back in the stadiums, even at Swindon the other day as well?
I think Tranmere will be a club that suffered more than in my opinion, than most, because of how important that the fans are to the team. To have not had them for the amount of time that we had them, you can only gauge now what it's been like when we had them back. They've drove us forward in every game that we've had them back, in the last 4 certainly, turned up in great numbers, been very, very vocal, and gave us that extra energy and that bit of energy to try and either get us over the line or enable us to try and get victories. So they're very, very important to us. They know that, and they always play their part. When it comes to Prenton Park, we'll always know that the Tranmere fans is something that they'll have to contend with because of the way that they support their team.